Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with a great installment this week of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by the great MEOR DC. Find us on Facebook. MEOR DC is our page. Our national website is MEOR.org. Learn about all of our great programs, including the MEOR Israel trip this summer. We still have spots open for DC students. So why am I in such a great mood? Why is it such a great Rabbi E in 3? It's not just because I have my coffee right here. That helps, but that's not the only reason. There's really two reasons. One, smallish, and one much bigger, much greater. The first reason is, of course, or not of course, the first reason is because I'm getting back to my roots. This is called Rabbi E in 3. There is no excuse for going into 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You've indulged me in the past, but it's misrepresentation, and I'm not just being tongue-in-cheek to call it Rabbi E in 3. So I'm getting back to my roots. It can't be more than 3:30. After 3:30, it can't be, because that's closer to 4 minutes, right? But we're going to try to get it right around 3. Rabbi E in 3. So I feel great about that new resolution. But the bigger reason, the greater reason is because this Shabbos is called the Great Shabbos, Shabbos HaGadol. What do you mean? Every Shabbos is great, and it is. The gift that God gave the Jewish people, every Shabbos is great to restore our sanity, our spirituality, our connection to God in a deeper way. But this Shabbos is the greatest of all Shabboses, and it's called Shabbos HaGadol. That's the designation it has. Why? Because it comes right before Passover, the great holiday, the first of the cycle of our festivals, Pesach. And the commentaries explain that the year we left 3,300 years ago, 1313 BCE, the year of the Exodus, 4 days before we left, God told us, commanded us to prepare the lamb we would slaughter and eat on the eve of leaving, the Passover offering. I remember we smeared the blood on the doorposts of our house, showing our faith, our emunah in God, and God passed over the Jewish homes when he smote the firstborn, remember? So 4 days before we left, we began to prepare that lamb for slaughter. That was on Shabbos. And the Egyptians were horrified because it was a deity of the Egyptians. And they said, what are you doing? We said, we're getting the lamb ready for slaughter when we're going to leave Egypt. And they weren't able to harm us. That was a great miracle. So that's one reason of the many reasons why it's called the Great Shabbos. But even more than that, it's called the Great Shabbos because Pesach is the holiday through which, or rather, it commemorates the event through which we became a nation connected to God, a nation having an eternal covenant with God, which consists of doing commandments. Now, you know, when a boy becomes 13 or a girl becomes 12, they become a gadol, an adult. Gadol means an adult, in age, great in age and obligation. So it was on that Shabbos when we prepared the Korban Pesach, the Pesach offering, that we became bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, so to speak, figuratively as a nation. We became collectively we entered the world of doing mitzvot like a gadol does. So it's called the Great Shabbos because it precedes a great holiday of Passover, God's love for the Jewish people. He took us out, and it's a great Shabbos because we entered into the world of mitzvahs as a gadol, someone who's 12 or 13 does. As a nation, we entered in the mitzvahs, and it's great because I'm, 320. Good Shabbos. Have a great Shabbos.